Keegan, welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about what no one tells you going into college. This is going to be my second advice video talking about college. I just did one recently talking about more academic sides of college, things that I wish I would have known about that. This one is going to be about more like social life, dorm life, etc. All the random stuff that I just feel like if I knew going in and I was prepared about it, I would adjust into being a freshman in college, living in a dorm, all that stuff a lot better. I have two giveaways going on right now. I have an Instagram giveaway, which is a gift card giveaway. So if you guys want to enter that one, go to my Instagram, check it out, go enter. And I have a YouTube giveaway going on. You guys can win like a Steve Madden backpack, school supplies, makeup, so much good stuff. Oh, that was weird. So much good stuff. So if you guys want to enter the YouTube giveaway, I will have the link down below for the video so you can like check out all the prizes and see the rules and, well, frankly, enter. Okay, let's get started. So this year I'm going to be a sophomore, and when I was a freshman, the best thing that ever happened to me was having one of these. I talked about these in multiple of my videos. These are card holders. I'm giving away one of these in my YouTube giveaway. You use your student ID for everything. You use it to scan into your dorm for your meal plan. When you take tests, you need to have your student ID out. You use it for everything and you want it on you at all times. You don't want to forget it in your dorm. I've done that before. It really sucks. You get locked out of your dorm. You also don't want to lose it because those are really expensive to replace. So I recommend getting one of these. I got them on Amazon super cheap, like a 3-pack for like $1 or something, like really great deal. Or you can have a keychain card holder to like put on your like dorm keys. I just recommend having your student ID on you at all times. Another thing that I recommend doing is to find walkways through buildings to get to your classes. I live in Arizona. It is hot outside. It's like 117 degrees outside. I live in the desert. It's but it gets so hot in August when our school starts. It is scorching hot outside. Going to classes at like noon, middle of the day, it's torture. I sweat so much. I'm like going into class like dripping sweat. I look disgusting. No one wants to sit by me. Who wants to sit by the sweaty girl that just like walked a mile? One of my classes, my dorm was at one end of the entire campus and my class was at the very other end, and it was like in the middle of the day. It was so hot. So my life-saving tip is to find a route, however you pronounce it, to your class that you can like walk through buildings. So like I would walk through like our MU, which is like our Memorial Union, and I would walk that. I would get there faster because I didn't have to like use the sidewalks and everything. And for a portion of the time I would have AC. It was so nice. And I always smelled bagels walking in because there's like an Einstein's bagels there, so it was great. It made my day. And when it was really cold outside, it was like heated in there. So I mean, like as cold as Arizona can get. I'm sure it snows for you guys. So try to find walkways to get to your class through buildings, whether it's like a lecture hall or a Memorial Union or like your dining hall. Try to find something because it'll change your life. I guarantee you. I will put money on it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, let's bet something. You'll thank me one day when you sit next to the cute boy and you don't smell like sweat. I also recommend checking your email regularly. I check my email like I check my social media, probably more than I check my Instagram, if we're being honest. YouTube is my job. I'm on social media all the time, so if I'm checking my email more than my social media, that says something. You get so many emails from your professors, from the campus, about a bunch of stuff. If your class is canceled, you get that in an email. I always check my email before I walk out to class. I'm like, do I really need to wake up this early this morning? A lot of professors like send announcements. If people are struggling on certain things, sometimes they'll make an assignment about a worksheet, or they'll like push back a due date, tell you to do something. I don't know. Just I recommend checking your email all the time. Maybe like 3 times a day, probably. I check mine like probably 20 times a day at the very least. Like maybe every time you pee, check your email. This one is like pretty obvious and I'm sure you guys know, but do not have early classes. In high school, my school started at 7:30 and I was able to like wake up, get ready, be there on time, even early, be ready for the day. But a 9 a.m. class in college killed me. I don't know how, I don't know why. This happens to everyone. It is so much harder to wake up early in the morning in college. I really just recommend maybe like 9:40 and like later. Even if you're a morning person, your first semester of college, maybe take a class an hour later than you think is like a good time. Everyone regrets it. Even people that woke up at like 4 a.m. to like go to the gym, like work out before class in high school, still was like, I cannot handle this 7:30, 8:30 class. When you're choosing your schedule for the next semester, a lot of people use Rate My Professor. It's a website that like tells you how good a professor is, like would you take the class again, is it hard, and then people can like leave their advice or like comments. Most of the time they're really mean. There's actually a Rate My Professor extension that you guys can get, and if you download this extension, I don't know exactly how to, someone did it for me, puts their Rate My Professor score next to the class code title things. Like when you're looking at your classes, it's like right there, so you don't need to like go into the website, type in their name, just for a quick little glance. This one is something I talked about all the time in my vlogs, and I lived on the top floor. My building was 7 floors. We paid so much money to live there that our elevator should not be broken all the time. We had 2 elevators and they were constantly broken. There were so many times where both of them were broken and I had to walk up 7 flights of stairs, and I'm not like a super duper like fit person, and I would be panting and like sweating, and it's Arizona and there's like no air conditioning conditioning in stairwells. It was horrible, so I really recommend do not get a dorm on the top floor or on like a higher level. Get a dorm on level that you think that you can like walk your stairs up to. I thought I could walk up 7 flights of stairs, but I cannot walk up 7 flights of stairs like 10 times a day. I can't do it. I'm not strong enough. I don't have the willpower. If you want more privacy, don't get a dorm on the first level because like people can like see like eye to eye, make eye contact if your window's open. Maybe like second, third, maybe fourth floor if you want a little bit more privacy, but you don't want to be like walking up 7 flights of stairs because it's painful. I sound so negative. I promise I loved living my dorm and I like have such a great college experience, but like that was the one thing that like if I could go back and change, I would move my dorm. This also may be a safety hazard and not allowed, but my dorm building had a study room and a laundry room and the doors were automatically locked, so you had to unlock them every single time you wanted to go into them. I recommend taping the doors, so like on the little part of the door where that like little tongue thing sticks out by the door handle, you can put tape there and it won't let the door automatically lock. It'll like keep it open. You just kind of push it or like pull it and it will open, and you don't need your key. My floor did that a lot, so we didn't have to like key into every single time we wanted to do our laundry. The maintenance would always take it off because it could be a safety hazard. Maybe if your maintenance doesn't care, try it out. I also recommend bringing headphones. I talk about this all the time. It is so inconsiderate when you are like listening to your music or video loud and like there's people around you. You want to be considerate to people. Also, living in a dorm is so loud. There's like people who have like parties and people that talk really loud and people that stay really late, so having headphones that kind of like block out the sound when you're sitting or trying to sleep or just like wanting to chill and like relax is so important. A good pair of headphones is the necessity. I also recommend not buying the highest meal plan. I know a ton of people that did this and then they went down to the lowest meal plan. The lowest meal plan was 8 meals a week, which sounds like absolutely nothing. You really don't want to be eating in the dining hall all the time. It's not very good food. It makes you very fat. I recommend getting the lowest meal plan, and then if you're still hungry, buying things like cereal, bread, meat, peanut butter, things to make like sandwiches, cereal, like little things. It's cheaper than having a higher meal plan. It's yummier and you won't gain the freshman 15 as much from that. I don't know anyone that can eat 21 meals a week from the dining hall. I also recommend getting the GroupMe app. It's an app. Again, this video is not sponsored. It's a like group chat app, so you don't need a bunch of people's phone numbers. We use this in our rush group for my sorority. We use this for my sorority. We used it for my floor. It's just a great way of contacting people without needing everyone's number, and you don't need to put in people's names. I have so many group chats where I just like don't know anyone's name. I just have their number. Their names are automatically already put into it. If you plan like going out and partying, I recommend having a private Snapchat story and only adding like people that you trust and that you're really close with. You don't want to be the person that like has your mom's best friend on your Snapchat, and then because some parents have Snapchat and then you're drunk and like your mom's coworker's like, look what your daughter did last night, and then you get a phone call from your mom. Happens to people. Maybe a private story so people like won't screenshot it, share it, take advantage of like your photos. I don't know. It is really hard to find your classes for the next semester, so your fall semester I recommend having an appointment with your academic advisor. Just kind of go over what classes you need to take next semester and what credits that you need to fill to be on track to graduate. I tried doing this on my own. It took me like several hours, and then I went into my academic advisor's office the next semester. It took him 2 minutes to be like, you need this, 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 and this. That is literally his job to help you with that. I really recommend making an appointment with your academic advisor so they can help you pick out your schedule, and you want a good one, trust me. I want you to know that you probably won't be best friends with your roommate. Most people ended up hating their roommates and like despising them by the end of the year. I really don't know anyone that loved their roommate and is going to live with them again. The only people I do know that are living with their roommate again are people that had quads or like single rooms. They like didn't share like an actual like bedroom with them. They just share like a bathroom or a common space. I don't want you guys to have super high expectations, have them be let down. I will be doing a roommate advice video, so stay tuned for that. Everyone wears sweatpants, leggings, like no fancy clothes to college. If you walk around, you're going to see people in like pajama looking clothes over like a skirt and a tank top or like jean shorts. Everyone dresses casual and lazy. Also, the lecture halls are freezing. They're so cold, so I recommend bringing a jacket or bringing leggings, something to like warm you up, because it's really hard to focus on the lecture when all you can think about is like you getting frostbite. This one is like super important, and I feel like this goes for every single campus I've ever seen, but no one wears their lanyard around their neck. My school gives out lanyards when you move into college, and you see people like wearing them around your neck, and then like no one that's not a freshman wears them, and then as the year progresses you see like no one wearing them around their neck anymore. So just like don't do it. If you want to stand out, like that's totally fine, do it, but if you want to like blend in and like not be like she's wearing her lanyard, don't wear it around your neck. Just like hold it or put it in your backpack. I think it's important to know there is going to be a time that comes where you're going to be like, I want to drop out of college, I hate this, my life sucks. It happens to everyone. Just know it's okay. We've all been there. We will support you. I went there and I'm still in college, and I'm really happy I didn't drop out. I wasn't really planning on it, but I was like, this would be so nice if I dropped out. Another thing to know is it's okay to eat alone in the dining hall. For a really long time I would not eat in the dining hall because all my friends were like at class or they were busy and they couldn't get like lunch or dinner with me, so I just didn't eat in the dining hall, and then it came to a point where I was like, screw it, and then I ate in the dining hall alone. Everyone eats in the dining hall alone. Like, when you look at people, I feel like it's like 50% eating alone, 50% eating with someone else. It's okay to eat alone in the dining hall. I get, like, if you're not the kind of person to typically do that, like, I really like having people around me. It's okay to do it. Maybe give it some time, maybe like a few weeks into college, try it out once, sit in a corner alone where people can't see you if you're embarrassed. This is so important. In college, you do not get packages delivered to your dorm room. You get them delivered to like a UPS or like a post office kind of thing in your dorm like area, like maybe in your building, but not like your individual door. And if you know you have a ton of packages coming, wait to get the packages and just get them all at once. I know that I get super excited because I order from Amazon at least once a day, and I'm like, okay, I want my package now. Those lines are so long because it's the entire dorm building sharing this one post office. I waited in line for 40 minutes one time for one package, and then I had to go back the next day and wait like 40 minutes again for another package. If you know you're gonna get a ton of stuff, try to go during not peak hours when people are at class, and try to go all at once. They also email you about packages, so that's another reason to check your email. One thing to know is that you will probably get sick at the beginning of every single semester because you're introduced to new germs. You're like deathly ill, like you're super duper sick. Most people get like disgustingly sick. I could not talk for a really long time because I like lost my voice from being so sick. And then you go home for winter break, you get used to like your germs in your hometown again, and then you go back to college and then you get reintroduced to those germs, and then you get sick again. So that in mind and be prepared for it. Disinfect everything, take a lot of like vitamin C. Last thing that I think you guys should know is that you will probably change as a person a lot in college, and that's okay. I feel like I am from a town that is very small and closed-minded people. Going to college, I was able to see people from a bunch of different places and countries and states and see a wider perspective and viewpoint, and it changed me as a person, and I think that I changed for the better. So know that it's okay if you change. It's natural, it's human, and it's going to be for the better. It's like my deep piece of advice. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys are not already. Check out my 2 giveaways on Instagram and on YouTube. Again, the YouTube will be linked down below, and then for Instagram, go to my Instagram and check it out. Also, don't forget to check out my other advice video that I'm doing. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.